Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know this was supposed to come out yesterday, but yesterday we had guests, and today technically we still do, but it's just my grandma and aunt, and they shouldn't be too, and they're talking with my mom, so it's fine. So it's my mom's mom, and my my mom's mom, and my mom's sister, mom. I need to get my accent in check. Not that I have one. But yeah, so they're outside, and that's why this video didn't come out yesterday. This one, I'm gonna, before you watch it, put in a little warning here. This is not a very fluffy, happy fan fiction. I think by the title, it gives a bit of an idea, explosion, that it shouldn't be too happy, but there's not a literal bomb, but like it's still like pretty dark, and if death and blood and stuff scare you, like they used to scare me, then I wouldn't go further, and I would see you in a few days with a slightly lighter fan fiction. Thanks for all the support. Like, it's been super duper cool that my subscribers are keep growing, even though I'm like, I took a bit of a mental break this week, and it's super cool that the subs are still growing, because that is amazing. Anyway, let's get started. Explosion, a Miraculous Ladybug fan fiction. This was it. What she had been preparing for, what she had been waiting for. The past 5 years had led to this. Here stood 19-year-old Marinette Stone, facing her enemies and ex-partner. Chet had betrayed her. He had decided she was in the wrong for simply saying no. He joined his fathers with the promise his mother would be back and the love of his life would return his feelings. And he greedily agreed. It broke her heart. No, that wasn't right. It didn't have enough meaning. Her heart didn't not just break, it shattered into a million pieces. But she couldn't let her emotions show. She was Ladybug, the true wielder of creation, the guardian of some of the most powerful magic to ever exist. She could not afford to be normal, to be a teenage girl, to be dramatic, to be angry, to cry. Because if she did, the world would suffer. It would crumble, it would burn, and she would win, and no one would doubt it. So she ignored the sting in her chest, and she fought. She fought her partner, her best friend, her crush, her black cat. Because he could let his emotions free. He was the partner, and she was the one to purify the Akumas, not him. It was not fair. She was there suppressing everything for some grown man to dress as a villain and drive her mad. She dived into battle as Paris watched. They watched a broken girl who had spent 5 years giving up her childhood. They watched tears go down her cheeks as they saw hit after hit. They saw dodge after dodge. They realized that this was a girl who had a life. You monster, you took everything from me. You took my childhood, my friends, my family, my life. It's all because of you, she screamed at the man. Because it was true. Because of him, she had to grow up and fight, losing her childhood. Because of him, she could not prove Lila was a liar. He took her friends. Because of him, her parents saw bruises on her body. They saw her go missing in attacks. Because of him, she could not prove her innocence against a liar. It was all his fault. So she fought with all her might. Then he sent more Akumas to fight, and the fight became bloody. People died, bodies littered the streets. The miraculous cure could not bring back life. Then she saw the only people that supported her. They were on the ground. Her Uncle Jagged, her Aunt Penny, their Crocodile Fang. Her team was down. Her team of best friends. Chloe as Honeybee, Luke as Viper, and Kagami as Dragon. Her friends were barely hanging on to life, and she could see that. She broke. Her emotions exploded. Her body glowed in red before switching to a bright gold. a gold power that surrounded her. Her hair glowed and lifted. She could feel it. She could feel the pure Miraculous magic. She did it. She was pushed so far, she unlocked her true power. Wings escaped her back, powerful gold wings. Her friends and enemies' eyes went wide. The people who were actually alive felt a bit of hope. Not enough that it was dangerous. The perfect balance of wary and hopeful. Balance. That's what she needed. Balance. That was the power she had. Balance. That is what a wish could do. Balance. That was Marinette Stone. Balance. That was the guardian of the miraculous. Yin and yang. That is what she was. And that is where we are going to end it today. Fun fact. I started doing this video in my school uniform. I'm ending this video now in a hoodie and my pajamas. Because somewhere in this video, I'm not going to say where, I got up to go to the bathroom and decided to change. Because why not? I don't know, I just kind of tired. Today I'm not really going to do question of the day. I'm just going to ask how your day was. Now, I do this every day with my mom. She comes to pick me up from school. And my dad's not really in the country. He doesn't come to pick us up often, but I do this for him as well. Whenever I go home, I do this. I give a recount of my day and my schedule to whoever's in the car. So it's mostly my mom. Sometimes my dad's there too, but mostly my mom. And one time my grandma was there, one time my uncle and grandpa was there, so that was cool. Another time my other uncle was there, and once my other aunt was there, which is cool. I love it when my family comes too. But anyways, I recount my day. So I'll give you an example today. Today I woke up at 5 a.m. and I did homework for an hour. So that was pretty productive. That was nice. And then, so I woke up at 5 and around 6 I was good with most of my homework. I submitted it. That was good. Then I spent an hour just, relaxing, using my phone, using my laptop, using my iPad, just doing whatever. And then about an hour later, so it was around 7, I got changed and everything and I went to school. I got to school, went there, we did registration. I walked in, the teacher was asking everyone what they're going to do for their weekends and whatnot, and doing the attendance. And yeah, just talking about the week ahead of us, because that's what she does during registration. So that wasn't really anything special. English, we worked on a creative task where we were given a speech from a movie, and basically the teacher told us, write this in Shakespearean, or take this Julius Caesar Shakespeare speech. So Shakespeare speech in the play Julius Caesar is like Romans. No, it was friends, Romans, countrymen. So I chose not to do the video. I chose to do the write it in Shakespearean. And man, it's harder than you think. But yeah, that was okay. Then I had 20 minutes break. Just sat with my friends. That was okay. Then I did 80 minutes of INS, Humanities, Individuals and Societies, Integrated Humanities, whatever you call it. That thing, it's a mix of economics and geography and like business and history. It's a mix of a lot of things. But yeah, we did that for 80 minutes. We were talking about feudalism and that, and we made a discussion, and we had to describe it in different amount of words. So for example, 10 to 15 words, then 30 to 50 words, and then 75 to 100 words. Not very hard task, because the teacher was going easy on us because it's Thursday and we were technically supposed to be on break. Because most of the UAE are having their midterm break, but our school decided, because of COVID, we had to add an extra week to school because apparently we weren't learning enough during distance learning, so we had to add. So every school had to add an extra week, and the choice was give away your midterm or add it to summer. So give away your midterm, and don't do a midterm, or do a midterm and have a week after summer. Our school is not going to have a week after summer. We gave away our midterm, and so the teacher went easy on us. Then we had 80 minutes of science, where we did an experiment. It was our criterion CB exam. BC exam. Or is it just B? I think it actually might be B and C. It's either B and C or just B. But anyways, we had to plan a report, a lab, do a hypothesis, do the procedure, the variables, dependent, independent, controlled variables, do the procedure, the method, do the question. Like, you basically have to plan a whole lab, and it's harder than you think. And the actual thing was calculating energy from food. Basically what you do is you light food on fire, you put it under water, not like literally underwater, not underwater, like underwater. Like, basically you have a test tube, and under the test tube you light a fire on food. So the foods were bread, crackers, pasta, marshmallow, and chips. And yeah, we lit that on fire and put it under the water, and then you have to put in the mass of the food, and you have to calculate the initial temperature, the final temperature, the temperature change, and then later we'll do the averages and divide it so it's per gram. The temperature change is divided for the mass, and we get the per gram thing. I think pretty sure I said that wrong, but I don't know. And then we have to times it to get kilojoules, and then convert that to get calories. So that was interesting. A lot of us were just having burning food underwater, and I was, it was okay. Then after that we had 40 minutes of break. Thank God for 40 minutes of break. And then we had Arabic, but Arabic is split into levels, and my level, most of the people decided to take the day off. And so we had 3 people in class. It was me and 2 other girls, and that was it. And so we were we asked the teacher, Miss, can we please do free time? No one's here. There's no point in learning. And surprisingly, she said yes. And then she was like, would you like to stay in this classroom or go to the class next door? We said, let's go to the class next door. And so we sat on the floor with our backs to the wall, using our phones and AirPods, and just relaxing while we watched the beginners class do their spelling test. And obviously, if we did the spelling test, it'd be pretty easy, but because we're not in the beginners, we're in the, so there's fluent, there's beginners, and then there's the middle where they've been learning for more than 4 years, but they're not fluent. So yeah, we're in the intermediate level. And yeah, so we just sat there for 40 minutes. Then we had French, did a task there, worksheet. Not very hard, not very easy, meh. Then one more lesson, which was okay. Yeah, it was basically about working and how that's good for society, and what work is good, what work is bad, and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a discussion lesson, so it wasn't much learning. And I got my test back for that lesson, which I got 38.5 out of 40, so I missed out on one question. And one of the questions I got 3.5 instead of 4. And that's a really good one. So I got 7 and 7 out of 8, because IB doesn't do A, B, C, D. They do 1 to 8, and 8 is the best. 4 is an average. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I've been talking for way too long. And yeah, how was your day?